Hello, my name is Simon, this is Alcowood, and today we'll be presenting our graduate qualifying project titled Transformer-based Anomaly Detection from Multiple Sources of Vibration Data. Now, this project was sponsored by Extra Sensing, which is a company that specializes in predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance just means being able to predict when a machine or a system is going to have a fault based on the data that is collected from the operations of these machines or systems. In this particular case of our project, we are looking at a sewage treatment plant at the Stonecutters Island in Hong Kong. Now, this plant consists of two centrifugal pumps that help carry water from the collection tunnels and carry it over to the treatment ponds. And this is a system with moving parts. And as any other system, these pumps decay over time and have even a chance to fail completely at some point. And this obviously can have a lot of negative effects on the neighboring ecosystem. It can disrupt the supply of clean drinking water to nearby systems. It can affect the flora and fauna. It can increase costs due to inefficient energy consumption. So we want to do all that we can to be able to predict these faults before they happen and maintain these pumps in such a way to prevent these major breakdowns. Now, the way that Extra Sensing does this is they have installed accelerometers, sensors in the pumps at the different locations of the pumps, which continuously collect data on the vibration emitted from the normal operations of these machines. And these vibrations here are represented in the time wave form as raw data, meaning that we have, for every unit of time, we can see how strong the force is experienced by these sensors from these vibrations. We can also have a periodogram by applying a fast Fourier transform processing on this time waveform, which gives us a breakdown of the individual frequencies experienced in the signal. And we also have a spectrogram, which is a combined input between the frequencies and the time at which they were obtained. And so we want to analyze this information in some way. And one of our main points of contention at the beginning was which different input formats could we use best to provide us a better outcome of whether a certain signal is anomalous or maybe not. And this is actually a task that was given to our sister team for this project, the Extra Sensing Team 1, or the Data Fusion team. Here we can see our development pipeline in which we have taken these raw inputs. We do some processing on it, pre-processing like signal averaging to reduce the noise experienced by the pumps. We apply the data fusion strategies given to us by the data fusion team. And then this is the core of our work, the various transformer models that we implemented to be able to say whether reading or any kind of record collected from these sensors is anomalous or not. And transformer models here in this case are used because they excel at capturing these patterns in sequential data and any kind of sequential information, such as the reading of vibrations in the context of our project. And Alcowood is going to tell you more about the models that we selected and our results.
So we have proposed to use 4 of the models. We first start with the hybrid recurrent model, where we try to have the basic of the model, like for example CNN or LSTM, which is well known for being used for the anomaly detection. And we try to add the attention mechanism to it, try to make it into the transformer, and we add each of the components that will make it into the state-of-the-art transformer. For example, adding the multi-head attention, try to do a batch normalization, using the skip connection, try to build into the huge transformer and see which part that we add it actually contribute into the predictive maintenance. The second model we have tried is the autoencoder model. So we have the transformer as an encoder for the model, and we use the fully connected layer, try to reconstruct what encoder has been processed, and try to construct the new input that should look similar to the input that we have. And if we train this model on the normal operation, the model should produce the input as if the input is in the normal operation, and we can compare these two inputs and see whether one is anomaly or not. And the third one is transformer for anomaly detection, TransAD. And we use transformer train in parallel, try to figure out how to reconstruct and how to classify the signal that is anomalous. And the last one is vision transformer for anomaly detection. Here we view spectrogram as an image and process it as if it is an image, and try to classify or reconstruct the image using the transformer model akin to the autoencoder model, where we try to encode this and try to create the new picture of the signal and try to understand the difference between the input similar to the autoencoder model. The most promising one that we have is the first two, where we have the hybrid recurrent model and the autoencoder model, and the result is shown in this graph, where the top one is representing the top 5 of the hybrid recurrent model on the different fields data, and this one is for the autoencoder, which train on different data, and here is the top performance one. We can see that both of the model is consistently performing beyond 0.9 in different metrics, including MCC, precision, recall, accuracy, F1, specificity, and native predictive value, or NPV. And we can see that we have trained this model on different data, including raw data that we have, the time waveform, spectrogram, and periodogram. But we also train it on the field data. And here, for the top 5 model trained on the hybrid recurrent model, we all have the field data as a leading performance. And for the autoencoder, we have 4 out of 5 of the field data as a leading data that we use. And here, when we use this model for the prediction, here is a sample for 3 of the sensors, 2 of which are under normal operation. We can see that the model correctly classifies this operation as normal, and when we look at this one where the model is, the sensor is supposed to be under the faulty condition, we can see that as denoted by purple, the model correctly classifies the part that is anomalous, but also has giving us insight on some part that might look not anomalous from the signal perspective. And this leads to our conclusion that these two models, the hybrid recurrent model and autoencoder model, gave us a promising result. And data fusion actually helps leverage our model into the different level. In the future, we would want to look into the other fusion method, for example, ray fusion method, where we can choose the model to pick which one that needs to be used for the specific kind of signal, specific kind of fault that we want to look into, for better and for more effective predictive maintenance.